So now I'm going to talk just very briefly about myself and my upbringing and my own religious trauma. I don't want to put all the details into a video that feels weird to me. So much of it is so very personal. But if you wind up wanting to work with me, am pretty much an open book at that point, and I can talk about the complexities of growing up queer and in a family that deeply loves me, but also a family that was very desperate for me to conform to their version of Christianity. Um, there was a lot of control, a lot of obedience, a lot of sexism and patriarchy, a lot of church services, a lot of praying for forgiveness, a lot of church camp and youth group and Bible study and choir practice and potlucks, and a lot of searching my heart and trying to be perfect. I wanted to be a missionary. If I had been born a boy, I probably would have become an ordained minister. I was extremely dedicated, really, really dedicated. A lot of reading the Bible on my own, a lot of trying not to be gay, a lot of trying to be the best Christian I possibly could be. And there was also a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression, a lot of headaches, and a lot of trying to be perfect. And I don't mean figurative headaches, I mean literal headaches from the anxiety and depression. A lot of all of that. And then if we end up working together, I can also tell you a lot more about my coming out story and why I waited until I was 35 and how I was married to a really good man who is still my absolute best friend in the whole world, and how we stayed a family and raised a child together in spite of the fact that we were now living in separate houses. And I can tell you more about how I've navigated being queer and non-monogamous. And I can tell you a lot more about how I became a coach and my years of experience and why I absolutely love my work. And I can tell you about why I'm so good at it, which is a weird thing for me because I was raised to like be humble, be humble, be humble, never brag about anything. I was definitely taught not to do that. But I know for sure that I am good at this and I absolutely love it. And it makes me really happy. So that's a tiny bit about me and my upbringing and my work, but feel free to schedule a free consultation with me through my website. And then you can ask me more questions and find out more about what it's like to work with me. For now, I've kept the all about me section fairly short. Oh, I forgot to tell you, that was me in the picture just a second ago. Can I pull that back up? Never mind. I'm not going to worry about pulling it back up. That was me at age about 15 or 16 in a Gunny Sacks dress that I made myself. I was very proud of that dress. I loved that dress. I would never wear anything like that now, but back then I loved that kind of thing. So anyway, that was an old picture. Then I showed you a newer picture. That's all that I'm going to share about me for now, but let's move on and talk about religious trauma.